devolution 2 partners, and water 29 partners. In financial year 1920, the county received a total of 9,012,226,464 as revenue from development partners, which translates to 8.45% of the total county budget. This is the amount that is directly reflected in the county budget. Key partnerships providing direct county support include World Bank through the Kenya Devolution Support Program has supported the government in the following areas: public finance management, planning and monitoring and evaluation, human resource development, public participation and civic education, environment and social safeguards, and investment grants. The total outlook of the investment grant is as follows: financial year 2018-19, KDSP investment grant 1 of Kenya shillings 168 million. That was disbursed, and there is ongoing implementation. 1920 KDSP investment grant 2 of Kenya shillings 296 million. $4 million, which is yet to be disbursed. In addition, the bank supported our reproductive health services. World Bank supported our reproductive health services with 155,865,039, of which Kenya shillings 91,214,000 etc. Besides, the bank has been a key partner in operation institutionalization of the water municipality through the Kenya Urban Support Program. Through the grant, the county constructed the Water Green Public Park, which includes an open amphitheater and what I described before. The Water Municipality Board is preparing the Water Municipal Integrated Development Plan that, once completed, shall guide development in the municipality. In financial year 2019-2021, the European Union, through investments for devolution and advice ideas projects, supported our government to the tune of 110 million for the installation of a ready-to-drink juice reconstitution line at the Makueni fruit processing plant, construction of a fruit ripening shed, and training of 2,450 agro producers, representatives in initiatives. Nutrition International NI has supported our government to strengthen child health and nutrition through supporting and enabling environment and efficient service for efficient service delivery. For the next 3 years, since 2021 financial year, the government will receive a total of 30 million to develop Kibwana County Nutrition Action Plan, initiate baby-friendly community initiatives in six community health units, establish mother-to-mother and father-to-father support in 6 CHUs, train 25 health providers, etc. The Danish Development Agency, DANIDA, has supported our government with operations and maintenance budget for all rural health facilities to the tune of over 21 million shillings. Mr. Speaker, sir, beside direct county funding, the government is working with many other development actors in these areas. Elimination of fruit fly causing heavy losses to mango farmers by USAID, formation and registration of a community-based, community-managed local development organization, LDO, known as Makueni Development Trust, MADET, that brings together many civil society organizations, CSOs, across Makueni. The organization is aimed at ensuring that the voiceless, often left out, local organizations and business participate in the process of devolution. This process has been supported by USAID. Key-Wash has funded, Key-Wash project also funded by USAID, has provided technical assistance to 3 formal water service providers, namely Kibwezi Makindu Water and Sewage Company, Kimwasco, Water and Sewage Company, Wawasco, and the Mboni Water and Sanitation Company, Bonwasco, to improve the efficiency of their business operations, serve existing customers better, reach new customers, and ultimately qualify for financing to effectively and sustainably expand services. Through the program, 74,513 people have access to basic drinking water services. The project has also supported the government in the development of water policy. Safaricom profiled over 210,000 farmers in the Makueni e-farm solution platform, supported to enhance agricultural production, productivity, and market access, and 12,400 farmers have been linked to ready market for sunflower and green grams, earning Kenyan shillings 14 million and 87 million respectively. The EU, the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, and the Food Agricultural Organization, FAO, have jointly supported the Kenyan Cereals and Enhancement Program and Climate Resilient Agricultural Livelihoods, KESEP PRAL program, through which over 15,000 farmers in Makueni County enrolled and received farm inputs through funded by 70 and also 79 agro dealers and 52 community service providers have been profiled and supported. The World Food Program has been implementing a youth enterprise development project which trained a total of 1,248 persons from 60 youth groups on agribusiness, targeting 3 value chains: horticulture, honey, and indigenous poultry, with the aim of motivating the youth in the county to embrace and appreciate construct an information center at Kwakadoka Agricultural Training Center and trained our staff on conservation agriculture and geographic information systems. The Anglican Development Services Eastern, working jointly with the Africa Sun Dam Foundation and Makueni Sand Conservation and Utilization Authority, have constructed 8 sand dams three sub-wells, completed and trained 1,450 farmers on small-scale irrigation. The International Cancer Institute has trained clinical officers, medical officers, and laboratory technologists on care and treatment of cancer for increased utilization of cancer services in the county facilities. Medtronic Labs has sensitized the community and health management on diabetes and hypertension with an aim to reverse the burden of non-communicable diseases, specifically diabetes and hypertension. To this end, Medtronic has automated management of diabetes and hypertension in 11 hospitals and trained community health volunteers on screening and referral. Palladium trained health sector technical team on program-based budget to enhance financial management in the health sector. The United Nations Children's Fund supported our government to enhance access to immunization services through procurement and supply of vaccines. The Embassy of the Republic of Poland purchased 20 additional computers in order to improve the electronic health records system at Makueni County Referral Hospital and improve digital connectivity of the new mother and child hospital. The Nairobi Women Hospital has supported our government to establish the Gender-Based Recovery Center, as we said earlier on. EVOS has supported us in the open contracting area. Our government has received support from, among others, Danida, USAID, and individual well-wishers, including members of the County Assembly in the emergency response to COVID-19 pandemic. The Micro Enterprise Support Program Trust has worked with our MSMEs involved in production and marketing of key value chains. The USAID, through the Kenya Crop and Dairy Market System Development, Feed the Future, has been instrumental in fighting the menace caused by the mango fruit fly. The Rockefeller Foundation, through Yield-Wise initiative that aimed at reducing post-harvest losses in mangoes by 50%, has supported our farmers in several wards. Japaigo has supported our efforts in maternal and newborn health. This year, we have a partnership to improve efforts in obstetric safe surgery. And there are more examples, Mr. Speaker, sir, of development partners and non-state actors who have partnered with us. Mr. Speaker, sir, collaboration with the national government, we have been able to implement, in collaboration with the national government, we have been able to implement many projects, including our joint work with Kenya Roads Board, through projects like agricultural sector development support program ASD SP, through CVAP, through NARIG, and also the national government, National Sports Federation, and Kenya Academy of Sports in Education. We have worked with them and with Tana and Adi Development Authority, Tanadi and Thwake Dam, to do some work in the water provision. In financial year 2019-20, our government established the Directorate of Liaison, responsible for coordination of development partners and national government. This directorate is responsible for, among others, gathering and sharing with government departments and units key donor intelligence, including funding strategies, priorities, and landscape in order to increase targeting. This will include scouting for donors with similar objectives and aligned with the development priorities in our county, and maintaining good relations with development partners, including the national government. The government is actively pursuing funding from the private sector through public-private partnership framework under the national government. For instance, we are in discussion with a strategic partner, the Singular Organics, to start producing finished products for local and external markets, such as tomato and fruit juice, through a Kalamba fruit processing factory. Singular Organics has offered to train our farmers and contract them to produce quality produce that shall be processed. Our government has formed chapters of Makueni residents living in the diaspora, including out of Kenya, to give them an opportunity to participate in the development of their country. These are Mombasa chapter, Nairobi chapter, and United States of America chapter. The Mombasa chapter has subsequently registered a cooperative to start programs in Makueni on youth empowerment. The country's competitiveness is critical in mobilizing external resources affected by the very nature of economic livelihoods, having limited industries except a few cottage industries. Notwithstanding, the Commission on Revenue Allocation gave our government a very high rating. You are aware that our lower eastern counties, Makueni, Kitui, and Machakos, came together to form the Southeastern Economic Bloc, SECEB, whose dream is to harness and leverage on the potential within the region, including shared natural resources. In order to actualize this dream, the 3 county assemblies were socialized on the objectives of the regional bloc, and discussions are ongoing to pass the requisite legislation. Currently, Machakos has passed the legislation. I'm convinced that Makueni and Kitui county assemblies are in the process of finalizing public participation over the same, and soon they will enact the law. And this will be a very important gift from the counties assemblies of the region to the people of Makueni as the assemblies pass the baton to the executives now to implement joint regional work. Through SECEB, we are at an advanced stage of securing funding, as I said, estimated at 4 billion from the Green Climate Fund, GCF, to support conservation initiatives across the counties and Kajiado. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, sir, as we approach the end of the second cycle of devolution, we are cognizant of the journey we have traveled in this beautiful devolution experience we have had. We remain committed to strengthen the foundation on devolution and consolidate the gains and set this county of FAS, sometimes called County of Promise, in the path of sustainable development. We look forward to continued collaboration with this august House as we complete the remaining policy and legislative development work and remain seized, offering efficient and effective service to our people. We will endeavor to sustain our collaboration with the national government so as to ensure timely execution of ongoing projects that will contribute significantly to the improvement of the material conditions of our people. An external evaluation of our work and development achievement is important as we close the second cycle of county government. This will be critical in taking stock of the development milestones we have attained and chart the pathway for a prosperous future. Key to this remains the possibility of the county making our own constitution, a matter that I once discussed with the Speaker. Together with our people, we need to determine the future of governance for our prosperity. I'm honored to have been the founding governor with Adelina Mao as Deputy Governor of Makueni County. I take with me key lessons from my learning experience in shepherding this county in the devolution experience, that a collaborative working relationship with the legislative arm of government is critical, and that internal cohesion within the executive is necessary for an efficient and effective bureaucracy in the service of the people. It is my considered opinion that with adequate support, counties can be centers of innovation and growth and can provide many homegrown solutions to local problems. As we move towards the transition of 2022, I wish you all good health and cheer and success in your endeavors, political and otherwise. I'm certain even after the electoral process of 2022, we will continue interacting as we serve our people in different ways and capacities. God bless Makueni County. God bless Kenya. I thank you for your considerable attention.